We are back again. This is crazy. It seems like yesterday I just finished with our other video, but welcome back to another episode of how the hell they're together and what the fuck is going on.
What the hell's going on?
No. But guess what? So this episode is going to be a lot more interesting than the last two. Little introduction, get to know us sort of things. We're finally going to do a challenge, and the challenge is drum roll. Drum roll's over. The challenge is we purchased 15 wings from the infamous Wingstop, and we did not get buffalo wings, obviously, because everybody can eat those. We went ahead and went with the atomic wings. So with the atomic wings, we're gonna challenge each other to see who can finish the wings while answering questions that we let you guys ask us for the opposite partner. So I have a few questions. Kasara has a few questions as well. So we're gonna get right to it. We hope you guys love it. I'm interested to see what you guys asked Kasara because I have no idea what you guys dropped in her little question box. So may the best man win, and you know who that's gonna be. Drink team, let's get it.
On the track, boy. Running with contraband.
Alright, Wingstop Atomic Wing Challenge featuring questions from you guys. Oh, gotta get it.
I'm nervous.
I'll just ask you them on the fly.
On the fly?
You go first.
What? Why did I go first?
Alright, you ask me the first question then.
Okay, ready? First question.
First question.
Question number one. Question one. What made you guys come up with the name Dream Team? Asked by D'Angela.
Where did the Dream Team come from? So, as you guys know, or for those that don't know, I have a movement for my own music called $1 Million Dreams. And basically,
Already?
there's a kick to it. The $1 Million Dreams is a movement I created for all my supporters, all my fans. I wanted to keep something along the lines of that to continue to push the movement with what we got going on. So she's pushing the movement as well, because not only is it my movement, it's her movement now that she's with me and I'm with her. So with that being said, we went ahead and ran through some names, kind of just thought about it and
Put our names together.
put our names together. We came up with Izara,
Ike Team.
the Ike Team. We came up with a few other names, but the Dream Team stuck, and that was something that I wanted to have as my own like little fan base kind of clique. You know how they have like the Mahomies for Austin Mahone and Believers. Mine was gonna be the Dream Team. So instead, we went ahead and took that name and established it for us. So yeah, that's where that came from, and
It fit.
it fit well. I like it. She likes it. I think everybody else likes it. So
Dream Team.
not too bad though.
Not too bad.
All right, first question. Ooh, we're gonna get this started early. Would you get his name tatted on you? Question asked from _Beza99. What up, Beza99? That's a great question.
Yes, Beza99. I had already told him that I was planning on getting him tatted on me as well. Something always came up, things always happened. At the moment, during quarantine, no tattoo shops are open. And I think I would have got it done by now if it wasn't all this chaos going on. But he doesn't, he's not on board, he doesn't believe so.
When I see the ink beneath her skin, then we'll talk. But
And we'll remember this moment.
yes, we will remember this moment. So that's your first question.
Oh my God.
Did you eat a wing?
I'm still eating it. I choose the biggest one, so it's easier to end. This is a good one. If you didn't pursue music, what would be your other career choice? Asked by Emily.
Wow.
Emily Horna, I think that's his name.
If I didn't pursue music,
It's a good question.
what would be my other choice? Before music, some of you know, some of you don't. I was an athlete. I played basketball, baseball, and football. I went to college for baseball, ended up dropping out and pursuing music, established the $1 Million Dreams logo, established the $1 Million Dreams movement, and then, yeah, ran with that. But had it not been for music, definitely would still be an entrepreneur. I probably would have fondled into like, damn, I don't know. Law enforcement's always been like in the back of my mind, just due to the fact that my dad has a law enforcement background.
You'd be a cute police officer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just a question that we'll never know. I plan on making this music thing my career forever, and we only live once, so we'll never get to live again to see my second option.
Good question, Emily.
Great question, Emily. Great question. All right. Next question from Christina Lizette Quezada. Christina Quesada. Christina Lizette Quesada. What is your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life and why? I'm trying to get in deep.
Tap into it.
My biggest regret in life and why?
I'm curious too. I don't even know this answer. What's one thing that you can go
trying to
back
think.
and change that affected you or changed your life that maybe now you think back like, oh, I wish I would probably did that differently?
There's nothing that I've done
Think of it.
that I need to change, but I think just my biggest regret would probably just be my ways. My ways as in trusting people, my ways as in always trying to find the good in everyone, my ways as in thinking everyone's going to be the good person that I am and think the way that I think.
Which sadly is 9 times out of 10 never the case.
Yeah, so that's gotten me into a lot of heartbreak. It's gotten me into a lot of disappointment, a lot of downfalls and down moments that I could have used to be happy in all those moments.
So basically, your biggest regret would be thinking everyone is like you. No.
Yeah, my biggest regret would be how I handled things because I could have used those moments for better moments or better cherished memories rather than.
So wasted time with the wrong people.
Basically.
That's a regret I have on mine too. But hey,
It's not your question.
I'm just agreeing.
It's mine.
Sorry. Alright, go ahead.
Hey, you ready?
I've been ready.
Rihanna, I think that's her name, RYXNNXX, asks, favorite thing about Kasara?
Favorite thing about Kasara? My favorite thing about Kasara is, although she has a lot of popularity among social media, although she has a lot of people who know her and recognize her on a daily basis, although she's had several videos go viral, and all the other successes and accomplishments that have made her quote unquote somebody on social media, it's never affected her in the way she is in terms of characteristics and her humility and how good of a person she is. And I've always admired that because nowadays social media affects a lot of people's personalities. There's probably a lot of people on social media who could have been good people had they not let the clout get to their head. Specifically girls. There's a lot of girls who are into their egos, think that their shit doesn't stink, and she's never ever changed up. She's never been different. She's always treated me the same. She's always treated her family the same, and I've never seen her act outside of her character. No matter who posts her, no matter how many views she gets, she's always just been the humble, genuine individual and pure, I like to say pure soul that I've known this whole entire time. So I feel like in her heart, she's true to herself, and I admire that most about her because I've been part of social media for a while, and I know girls who have several thousand followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, and being around them and, you know, just seeing the way they act, seeing the way they move, they're just far from what I have in front of me. And I would say that's probably the biggest, most attractive thing that I admire about her. So I'm gonna put a baby in her. I already put put a ring on it, so I'm good. I'm fresh. I look good. I look right.
That's a good one, baby.
But yeah, so great question. Rihanna with X's and all them other names. That's what I admire about her. She's very beautiful inside and out. So baby, don't ever let the fame that you are destined to have affect you or change you.
Never.
Because I like you the way you are. And if you ain't anybody else, it's out for me. I'm gone. Give me my ring.
Get out here. You would have never told me that. I don't think you've ever told me that.
All right, your turn.
All right. Let's see. Well, this one says the easiest. Do you still have her name tatted on you?
Do I still have her name tatted on me? Man, that's a big question. Yes, I still have her name tatted. And to answer those that are curious, did I plan on removing her name or getting it covered when we broke up? No. So I had this conversation, I forgot whether it was with my dad or my mom or one of my good friends. What I told him was, she's been a very special person in my life, whether or not we worked out. And at that moment, I was just kind of like, you know what? Her name means more to me than just being that ex in my life. She's just a very great person, and if I were to have anyone's name on my neck that was no longer in my life, it'd be hers. So to answer the question, the only way I would have removed it was if we didn't work out and I eventually found me another person and they were uncomfortable with it. At that point, I would have accommodated them and did something with the tattoo. But until that happened, it was gonna be on my neck. So whether that had been a few years, a few months, it don't matter. She was there to stay.
Wow.
But she's still there, yes.
You should go zoom in on it. It's still there. Ooh. 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 A little zoom. Bam.
But yes, her name ain't going nowhere. Spoiled, right?
Neither am I. Okay. We'll go on forever.
Shout out to Emily Hornung. I do remember you specifically because you've supported my movement for a few years now. And
shout out to you, girl.
You are from
Always
New York.
soon.
You are from New York. You were my first person from New York to purchase a shirt for me. One of my $1 Million Dreams t-shirts. So much love to you. Let's get it. Question from Emily Hornung. What is your favorite memory with Izzy?
That was my next one for you.
Got
I'm
him!
so mad. Well, stop. I have plenty of favorite memories with Izzy. I'm not saying that.
I'm fun.
Izzy. She said most memorable?
What's your favorite memory?
Oh, I have so many, but my favorite would have to be when he proposed. There was just so much love overflowing my heart that I couldn't help. And usually I try not to cry, and I did try not to cry when he proposed. But there's just so much feeling of love and life and just pure happiness just overflowing me. And I eventually cried tears of joy, and I remember staring at Isaac and not knowing what the hell he was saying as he was proposing. I just remember feeling like, oh my God, like he's doing it. Like it's gonna be you, it's gonna be him for the rest of my life. Like
Damn, that's
just taking it all in and just overflowed with happiness and joy and love. That's my favorite memory with Izzy. Jazzola Quinn, I think that's how you say it, asked, how many kids do you guys want in the future and what genders?
So I'll go ahead and take that as a personal question. How many kids do I want and what genders do I prefer? I want 3. The most I'll say is 4. She wants 6. She's crazy. Preferably 3. And for the genders, I would like 2 boys and 1 girl. Reason would be I want 2 boys to continue the legacy of my last name, my dad's last name, my grandpa's last name, Linares. But I do want my first child to be a daughter, a baby girl. I can't imagine me in a human form that looks like her. That's everything and more that she is, plus me. Like, I will.
That girl.
Baby girl, when you watch this in the future, I am so sorry, but your daddy loves you.
I'm sorry I picked this food. I'm sorry.
I love you. Please understand my ways, and it's just for your best interest, okay? I love you, sweetheart.
Love you, baby.
Anyways, yes, so I want a daughter and 2 sons, preferably 3 kids, the most score. This is gonna be my last question, y'all, so this will be our last questions. All right. Matt _ 1600.
Dude.
Matt _ 1600.
What did you ask?
Matt _ 1600 asked, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever did?
Walked in on you in the shower today.
Oh, God.
Embarrassing.
The day before that. Was it?
It was embarrassing though to me. I love you.
Damn it. It was embarrassing to me.
Really?
Yeah, that's weird.
Why's it weird?
I don't know.
You do it to me all the time.
Yeah, but girls don't.
I'm not just a Yale. Most embarrassing thing.
Most embarrassing thing.
The most embarrassing thing.
In your life that made you like
Oh.
cringe and feel like.
Okay, so this is kind of like messed up of me. I wouldn't do it anymore. I was working at Shoe Palace, and you know, you're running around all the time, assisting plenty of guests and customers at once. So you're running around, and I had practice the day before I had to go into work. And I messed up my ankle. I went into work and it was wrapped. And I was like, hey, I kind of need to be on, you know, light duty or whatever. And they're like, okay, that's fine. The same day after work, I found out there was an event the next day I wanted to go to. And I told my boss, oh, I'm not sure if I could come in. I can't even walk anymore on it. Whatever, because I really didn't want to go into work. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to go to the doctors. I need to figure out what's going on. And they're like, okay, yeah, no problem. Mind you, my leg ended up being fine after like the next day. And I completely forgot that I had that conversation with my boss. And the next day, I had to go in to get my paycheck. And that day I was like happy over something and on the phone with my mom as I was going in, and I like was skipping and dancing and walking into work. And I was like, hey, you know, talking to everybody, completely forgetting that I had made the excuse that I can't walk for like a week.
God.
And I walked in
so awkward.
and I was like, okay, thank you. And then my boss said, I'll never forget, his name's Alex. And my boss was like, dang, that was a great doctor. And I was like, it's tied right now. I mean, it feels fine, the painkillers. And then he was like, like looking at me. And I was like, just give me my check and go. Then he gave me my check and I was kind of like limping out.
All slow.
I was like, thanks, like limping out. And I'll never forget, I was so embarrassed because I completely forgot. I didn't even want to go back into work whenever I did. That was probably one of the most embarrassing that I can remember right now. But I'll never forget that. I was so embarrassed. But
last question for the night. So we hope you guys enjoyed this segment of how the hell are they together and what the hell is going on. By the way, these wings were not that hot. As you can tell, we went through them pretty easily.
mm-hmm.
The first bite was kind of like a shock.
It was like, ooh, but then you adjust to it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just chilling out.
What is your favorite memory?
What is my favorite memory with Kasara? My favorite memory with her would be, there's a lot of really good memories that we have. And there's a lot of things that I can think about that make me feel like joy in my heart. But if I were to have to pick a favorite, okay, I'll go with 2 of my favorite memories.
Ooh, not 1 but 2?
So my number one favorite memory would be the night her and I, she came down to Cali, she was still living in Arizona. We took a drive to the beach. I forget which beach it was, but we parked on this street.
It was like 2 in the morning.
That led to a dead end, which on the other side of the dead end was a big dip, like a hill sort of thing. There was a train tracks, a hill, climbed down the hill, then there was the ocean. So we crossed the train tracks, went down the hill barefooted.
Cut up.
It was, yes, cut my foot. But it was just us two. It was dark. You could hear the waves crashing onto the shore, and there was no one in sight, just us two. And it was a moment of just our love and everything else that we've developed just there on the surface. And it was such a pure, enjoyable moment, and it's always something that I wish I could go back to, but I know it won't be the same because the first time was always the best time. So that was my favorite memory, because I can just remember filming her as she walked in the water in front of me, and I was just like, oh man, it was like a movie. It felt like a movie. But yeah, that's my number one. Number two would be all the times that we spent in this cheap, rinky-dink, hole-in-the-wall motel on 52nd in Phoenix, Arizona.
McDowell.
52nd and McDowell, for those that are familiar, at this Days Inn hotel or motel. Budget Inn. And we stayed there several weekends. Every time I would go out there, because that's all we could afford. It was just fun. It was nice. It was just us two. It was our own little thing. Like, that's what we did. We had our own little, we were on the first floor every time. Mm-hmm. And we would get drunk every night. We were there. Mm-hmm. I miss waking up in the morning all hungover. Like, having to rush somewhere. Like, we'd either have to rush to, whether it was her sister's softball game or to drop her off at home real quick or something. And those are just really good memories, but those two would probably be my favorite. So I would never eat these wings again. Just number one, they weren't even worth it in terms of heat. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being just completely crying and sobbing that it's so hot that I can't feel my mouth, my nose is running, and number 1 just being normal chicken, those were about a 6. What would you say?
I'd say like a 5.
I mean, you gotta be kind of realistic though. Like, yeah, they were like a 5. They were like a 5. But yeah, that was kind of fun, I guess.
You guess?
I just wish they were hotter. Like,
yeah.
I think it would have made the challenge a lot better.
I was like nervous.
Trying to talk with my mouth burning. For real, like I was getting ready to like be in tears and drink this whole cup of milk. Damn, you went in on your milk.
I love milk.
Oh damn, Mama, you want some more? Alright guys, we enjoyed you guys' company. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of the Dream Team.
And what the hell's going on?
And why are they together? We don't know why the hell we're together, but
we don't know what the hell's going on.
We're enjoying it while it lasts, and yeah, it was a fun video. I'm glad we got to get out of the whole. My name is Izzy, and I'm a rapper.
And I hope you guys learned more about our person rather than how we met and our love story or whatever.
It's kind of just like that. I was getting tired of talking about that. So yeah, this was a great start to the journey of challenges and pranks that this girl is ready for. I can just tell. I gotta prepare for these pranks. But with that being said, thank you so much for supporting us. We just hit 400 subscribers. Let's go. Dream Team, we're growing.
And
growing fast. Jinx, you owe me another soda. We are growing really fast, and I'm just super thankful that you guys are entertained. Not only entertained, but you guys love the fact that we're here on camera doing these videos.
And you participate with asking the questions. Of course, we wouldn't have been able to ask each other questions without you.
Right, so you guys made this video possible, and with that being said, we appreciate you guys. My name is Izzy. I'm a rapper from Southern California.
And my name is Kasara. I'm an influencer from Arizona.
And this was the Atomic Wing Challenge featuring questions from you guys. Until next time, Dream Team. Let's go.